Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Dahl, and I'd like to take this few moments that McCall has given me to encourage you to review some management practices you might be using in your classroom in regard to technology. I'm hoping that when I get done, you may agree or disagree with me, but the important part of this is that we think about what we're doing and why we're doing it and what is best for our students. I see one of the many challenges that are facing us today in education is this race to meet the needs of our students in regard to technical literacy. And a lot of times that leads to a one-to-one situation or a BYOD. I don't think anyone at this conference would debate with me the advantages of a device versus a stagnant text. Those have been debated enough, and I think we know where we stand. What I want to look at today is that sometimes when our students begin to make poor choices, this can lead to them losing their device in certain situations. And this is the main area that I want to discuss. So as long as we continue to view technology and these devices as a treat that students lose as part of a punishment for misbehavior, they will never consider them a learning tool. I'm not talking about abuse of devices or abuse of fellow students. I'm not talking about behavior that's explicit. I'm talking about students using a device in a way that was probably designed to be used. We know that these students are not ready to make these decisions alone. They need us by their side. Those decision-making capabilities aren't developed until their early 20s. When they get these options, students fall back on what they know: games, social media, popular social networking, popular media. This is where pedagogy has to step in. Good, solid teaching, the stuff we know works with our kids, technology or otherwise. I think we need to look at a couple of areas. First of all, we got to look at our leadership. Our leadership has to be familiar with how our students are using and misusing. And we need to define together what misuse really is. We have to understand what things really are abuse to our technology. We need to not try to get our students to submit. This isn't a battle that anyone's going to win. We want to show them the advantages of using these devices in a more efficient, effective way. When students we have to be the scaffold, the filter, the support. We can't rely on an algorithm or a preset filter. The students are not born with these skills. We talk about them being digital natives, but being able to use these devices effectively is not an innate skill. We have to move past app sitting. We have to look at ways that students can express their own learning in their own way. Making the students owners of their own learning, putting them in the decision-making seat, that's when the learning is really going to take hold and really going to mean something to them. I think by examining these areas, by reconsidering and thinking about putting our students first, we're going to create happier, more engaged students. And we know from personal experiences that that is when the real learning happens. That is when our students get the most out of what we're providing to them every day. I don't for a minute consider myself to be at end of job on this. There's still lots of discussion to be had. I hope that we can engage in a discourse online after today and continue to talk about how we can best serve our students in this area. I hope you've had an awesome conference. I know I have. And thank you for taking a few moments to consider this.